What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Chigg coming at you. This is actually a different thing because this is Basil. He flew 1,100 miles to be here today. So we figured we would let you see our beautiful faces for this podcast we're doing. So it's been a month since Season of Discovery came out. We're still loving it. I don't have everything leveled up. Basil can't stop playing his warlock long enough to play a different character, and yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with this. So we're just gonna kind of bullcrap for a few minutes, and yeah. Before we get started though, don't forget, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, anything you do help out the channel, and hit the bell notification icon so you get notified every time we come out with a new video. And I am looking at my pretty face, I'm not gonna lie, that's why I keep looking over there instead of at the camera. So hey, anyway, so what are you thinking so far, Basil?
Well, we've gotten a lot of comments on our videos a lot lately with things that you guys are requesting. And trust me, we are getting ready to push out some more videos. It's some stuff. I'm on vacation for the week, so I haven't been able to do anything. And like he said, I've been playing the Warlock so much, I haven't really been able to do much. Uh, yeah, as soon as I get back home, I plan on getting back into it some. And going to push out probably a UI video now that we're fully into Season of Discovery. Maybe throw out some useful add-ons for your other classes that I don't typically play, but I've started to get into, like the Rogue. This guy finally got me to roll a Rogue. I've never liked playing Rogue, and I'm actually fairly enjoying it.
It's different now, man.
Yeah,
It just hits different,
yeah.
and like and Basil can vouch for this. So I wanted to level all the characters this week, because I've been off because I'm a teacher, right? So, what happened this time was I got too stuck on the rogue, and I wasn't leveling anything. I literally had to go, okay, cool. I'm putting this down so I could level up some stuff, and I am way behind on my leveling plans. I tell you, I'm about to hit 25 on my shaman. And I will tell you, I used to scoff at rested XP until I started using it when I leveled my hunter. And oh my gosh, I went from like it was the fastest I've ever leveled. And like you laugh at it when you hear it, and it's like, oh yeah, this was made by the best speedrunners and this, that, and the other. Like, I'm not sponsored by them, unfortunately, but like when you do it, like you're just it when you're following the steps step by step, it will blow your mind how fast you level. You will just be like, what? And it does things in such a manner where like it makes no sense. I was talking to Basil, he's just used it for the first time this week before he went on vacation. He was like, why is it having me do this? I was like, bro, I promise you, you will be back over there and it'll make sense.
You mean like the times they had me leave a quest area to go do these things, and it's like I still have two quests to turn in. What the heck? And
Yep.
then out of nowhere, it's like, okay, now die here at this exact spot and go turn in those two quests.
And pick up these five and then go do this thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. And like it's weird because you feel like you're on this really slow pace because your XP bar is not moving because you're just getting quests done. And then out of nowhere, it's going to be like, okay, now go stand in this very specific spot in this cave, log out, log back in, and then you go from 20% into a level to halfway into the next level like that. And you're just like, wow, what the heck just happened? And it's bizarre. Now, I will tell you, some of the steps are incredibly frustrating on populated realms and incredibly frustrating on PvP realms because you get to places like once you hit Red Ridge Mountain, or not Red Ridge Mountains, but Stone Talon Mountains, and once you go over to Ashenvale and it has you doing those things, and like World PvP is a thing, um, sometimes there's just gank squads and there's nothing you can do about it. Like yesterday, I was working on my shaman and I just had to stop because there was a 10 deep in Stone Talon Mountains just destroying everybody, and there was nothing I could do about it. So I just got on a different character for a little while, and it was just really frustrating. But those are the kind of things that happens. That's why we play on PvP servers. Like that's the whole purpose. Is like if it's red, it's dead.
Yeah.
Um,
If there's one thing to add to that too, is like it kind of goes out of the way you were doing it, but like you can go grind some mobs for a little while, and then when you think it's cleared out a little bit, go back to the rested XP. It'll still work. You'll just be a little bit further ahead than it thinks you are.
yeah, and it also may save you a step later too because there are specific points where it says okay, now you need to grind until you are this many XP into this many XP into that, this many XP. So it literally will tell you to grind this much XP into this level. Like, grind to 22,493, and it will be that specific. This grind to this number and then go to the next spot. And whenever it does that, it literally will have you grind. If you've looked at these grinding lists for vanilla, it's always, whenever it says grind these mobs, it's almost always in one of the spots where, like, you just did a quest that's in that area, and it puts you in this position where you're like, wow, this is just, it knows. Like, and then you start thinking about all of the, like, theory crafting and time these people who made these guides put into it, and you're like, wow, no wonder they actually charge money for this, because you, unless you're one of those people, you would have never figured out all of those things. Like, the skips it has you do, there's one skip I did. I'm in Stone Talon Mountains. It says jump on this box and log out. Okay, jump on the box and you log out. When you log back in, you're at the Thunder Bluff Graveyard, which is way far away from where you just were. And then you run up and you turn in these quests in the like Spirit Rise. Like, it's just, you just go. And then, like, it's really weird too, because everybody knows the Barrens quest, right? If you're Horde, you know all of the Barrens quests. You're like, yes, we're always in the Barrens because it's the best zone in the game, right? And then, like, so the quest where you take the fungal spores over to Thunder Bluff, it tells you, all right, pick this quest up. Do not go AFK because you're going to turn this in, and it depends on what class you're on. Do not turn this in, or do not go AFK because you're going to turn in this timed quest. And then you go to Stone Talon Mountains and you do all of the things, and then that's when you do that logout skip I just told you about. And it's so weird because, like, you have this quest that has 45 minutes because they expect it to take you that long to get to Thunder Bluff or whatever. And if you ever just make the run from Crossroads, it takes a long time.
25 minutes.
Yeah, it takes a long time.
That's without fighting anything.
Right. But, like, this literally, like, one of the classes is like, all right, you're going to have 5 to 10 minutes left on this 45-minute timer because, like, you go do all of these things, and then you go over here to this place, and you do this thing, and then you go jump on this box in Stone Talon, you log out, and then you're in Thunder Bluff, and then you turn it in with just a couple minutes left. You're just like, what? And you're just, and, like, I am going to purchase the guide. I am going to purchase the guide. It's going to happen.
Now, do keep in mind, up until level 21, it is free. It is free.
Yes.
So, seeing as in season or phase 1 we're in right now, that pretty much gets you to max level. What? You got 4 levels to just wing it? And trust me, it sets you up perfectly.
Not only that, if you follow it until you get to level 21, 22, or whatever, whenever it stops going, you need to do SFK and Wailing Caverns anyway. So,
Yep.
Okay, it's fine.
Yep.
You go grind some of your prebis and don't even worry about it. You will be fine. It is fine. Also, if you look at my guides, there's a lot of places you can grind and make some money. But yeah, so, I mean, and some of the things too, like, going back to what Bazel was saying a minute ago, some of the requests we're getting, like, I keep getting a bunch of questions about rogue stuff. My build is not meta. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to piss off a bunch of meta slaves when I make this guide because it is not meta at all, but it's fun. And then I'm going to be playing sub once the level cap's 40 because I want to play Hemo. I just do. It's fun. Okay? It's fun. It's fun. Plus, you know, Hemo plus Saber Slash is going to have some interesting interactions, and I think that's going to be fun because I don't know if the bleed's going to increase or decrease, or, well, I know it's not going to decrease, but I don't know if the hemorrhage buff is going to make the bleed tick harder because it increases your physical damage by 3, or it's just, it's a lot to think about. Also, I do believe that there's on the other side of that coin, I cannot wait to have enough talent points to be able to get assassination talents and put 10 in subtlety. Because my brain is just going to have all the happy juices when I can do all of the dot stuff. All of the dots.
This man loves his dots.
But yeah, so that's where we're at with that. That's going to be awesome. We got a lot of stuff coming down. And I just wanted to say this too. I'm going to make a video about it specifically once we hit 2,000 subs. But, like, the channel is growing so fast. And it just, my mind is blown. It feels surreal, and I appreciate all of the support and everybody who's helping out and asking questions and, like, giving me ideas because, like, that all helps. Like, was really iffy about it, and Basil can vouch for this. When I first started, I was like, man, I might eventually get 1,000 subscribers. I might eventually get this, and then like I've gotten more subscribers in the past month than I did the 6 months before that, and it's just it's crazy to see like the metrics on it now that like people are starting to ask questions, and I'm starting to feel more comfortable and starting to have better ideas, like to see these things happen. And Basil gives me a lot of ideas sometimes. So he's like, oh man, somebody asked this question like a week ago and I meant to tell you. And then like I make a video about it, and then you guys love it. So like, I really appreciate that. Just keep the comments coming. Let me know when there's something you want to see. Like my 2 pennies is almost never going to be the meta. So if you want to see a different perspective on something, ask me. I'll make it happen, because I do not subscribe to meta stuff most of the time. Like there's a time and place for meta, and Season of Discovery ain't it. Vanilla's solved. Have fun.
Yeah.
We know what we're doing. Have fun. Do not, I mean, yeah, okay, so you can get 5% more DPS when you're green parse because you're not a pro player. Who cares, bro? I don't.
Have
like,
fun.
Do what you want to do. I'm going to these raids as sub with my bad build, and I'm still topping DPS because I know how to play the game. It has like, learn your class, play your class how you want to play your class, and you're going to outperform the people who are bad at the game or mediocre at the game following meta guides. Because the only thing that really matters, in my opinion, as far as what you should do that's meta, your best in slot is going to be your best in slot. Your talents, who cares? Do what you want. Okay, I can get 2% more DPS. Oh my god. The top DPS right now is like 150. Oh my god, you can get 3 more DPS. Woo! Who cares? Plus, I mean, everybody's parsing with the Grinch right now. Okay, cool. Well, in 4 more days, the Grinch doesn't exist. So, sorry about it. Anyway, that's my rant on that. But yeah,
we're not big fans of meta. Like, if what we find that we really like just happens to be meta, sweet, we're doing wicked DPS and we're doing everything right. But most of the time, we just want to have fun. Like,
girls just want to have fun.
When I first leveled the Warlock and started tanking and stuff, I did not have the tanks, like the better talents picked out for tank. Yeah, later I switched because, I realized I would live longer and then I would be able to have fun for longer before I die. But, it's, we care about fun. We don't really care if we do that whole 3 more DPS.
Smiles per hour, guys. We do not care about, like, performance matters. If you're a performance hoe, by all means,
go for it. If that's what you live for, have fun.
And I will tell you, sometimes I will make a guide that is what is best. And if you have seen my guides, I will tell you, this is what is mathematically the best. But this is what I think is more fun. My rogue guide that I put out earlier, like right before the season started, is a perfect example. These are the talents that are going to perform the best. These are the talents that are going to level you the best. These are the talents that are going to do this. This is what I'm going to do. I literally made 2 videos. One that's, this is what's the best. This is what I'm going to do. Because what I'm going to do is not the best, but it's more fun. I don't like, especially since I PvP a lot on my rogue, I don't like being slow. So it doesn't matter what my build is, period. There are 10 points that are non-negotiable. Better stealth, increased speed, and decreased cooldown on stealth, period. Because I play a burst style where I build a lot of combo points quickly. I drop somebody. I want to be able to get back into stealth. I want to be able to slow a warrior, get out of range, stay in, bleed kite them until I'm out of combat, go back in the stealth. Like, I want to be able to do all of those things. So that's how I play it. And I'm going to make a video on that because I've had a couple comments in the past couple days asking about a lot of rogue stuff. So I'm going to make a comprehensive rogue guide about what I do and the add-ons I use and my UI and all that, because those are the most popular questions. But keep asking questions, because I can provide you with that information as long as you're leaving me comments. Like, I don't care if it's a good comment or a bad comment. Well, why did you do this? I think this is bad. Do this, do that, do the other. Okay, cool. I will make a video and explain to you exactly why I did the thing I did, if it's better or worse than the thing you think it is, and why. I can articulate why mine is where. I will tell you, my builds are not as good as what you're going to go get on Wowhead. Why? Because mine aren't mathematically best. Mine are what I think's more fun. Like, once I hit level 25 on my warrior, I don't know that I'm going to go that arms build that's the best. Right? I don't know what I'm going to do yet because I'm not there yet. I will tell you that I have been leveling his arms because having a good two-hander and furious strikes is amazing. But once I can dual wield, and this man can vouch for this too, if I can dual wield on a class, I dual wield on that class because I love smacking stuff in the mouth. I love running around and being like, rah! But like I went out of my way to get the dual wield rune on my shaman, or not rune. Yeah, well, rune, because you get passive when you get lava lash. At level 6. Okay, the mobs are level 12 in that cave. I went and got it at level 6 because I really wanted to dual wield.
This man loves his dual wield and he loves his dots.
I love smacking, like, and now that I'm getting higher up on the shaman, and I'm gonna make a video about this at some point too, because I'm literally blowing my own mind with some of the things that I'm finding, and I'm like, what? Why does this do this? Why is this that way? And like, I had that revelation when I was in Terran Mill, and I was walking down the road, and a rogue tried to gank me that was level 25, and I was level 23. And I obliterated this guy. Like, just... I killed him in, like, 3 globals, and I was like, huh? Excuse me? And I was at, like, 60% HP, and, like, just laughing, because, like, this rogue literally ganked me. Like, he got the stealth opener, he did everything he was supposed to do, and I just turned around and went... with my dual wieldy shaman because
shamans are fun.
Because whatever, it's fine. And like the fact that my level 24 shaman with a bunch of intellect gear on has more attack power than my hunter that has raid gear on. It's so crazy, but it's fun, and like we're doing it.
Double rock biter for the win.
Oh god, double rock biter.
Double rock biter.
If you have a tank that can hold double rock biter off of you, you are going to do silly things. It is insane. Anyway, I'm done rambling. Anything else you want to add, Basil? Anything else you want to talk about before we sign off here? I don't want to keep too long.
Yeah. So, like he said in the beginning, we have been leveling alts and everything else. He got me to level a rogue. As of right now, I believe it's level 10. He's super stoked that I'm wanting that. I need to get the reputation from the new guys. Because I don't know why I like doing things you're not supposed to be able to do. And I know technically you are able to do it now. But like, I like warlock tanking. I like shaman tanking. I have a feeling I'm going to like rogue tanking. And I've not seen many rogue tanks, but that may potentially be because I've been tanking. So like I haven't gotten to see them, but apparently they do really well, and I'm wanting to give that a shot. Let's see here. I've started a priest. I think it's a whole whopping level 6 or 7. Enough to get penance.
Yeah, and I've got my warlock. I still need to roll a priest. I still have a couple things I need to level. I am gonna make everything for you guys and give you my 2 pennies. I'm looking forward to doing some paladin grinding guides because I love that. And something else, what he said, doing things you're not supposed to be able to do. If you've been watching my rogue videos, once he gets his tank rune and I teach him some stuff, I'm going to show you guys some of the things that you can do that you're not supposed to be able to do with a rogue. I've been working on it and practicing it some myself. I know a lot of you guys know that you can stealth through and kill bosses for people. Well, I charge people gold to get them drops from SFK, to get them drops from Wailing Caverns, because I can go in and solo things because, you know, I'm a rogue and I know what I'm doing. Also, there's some farms you can do if you spec properly, hint, where you can just stealth through, take out a couple of mobs in like SFK, and you can literally chest farm, which is, you know, you guys kind of scoff at that, but if you level your lockpicking, you get 3 guaranteed chests every time that you can get to solo as a rogue in SFK. So I might make a video about that if Basil talks me into it. I haven't done it yet because that is one of those secrets that, you know, good gold makers don't give away all their secrets, and that's one of those. So
Yeah.
We'll see if I can get talked into that. Leave some comments. If you guys can engage enough, maybe I'll put that out. Or maybe that can be a Patreon thing. Maybe get you guys to, sign up for that. I still don't have any patrons, even though people ask me to make a Patreon. What's up with that? All right, that's all I got. You got anything else, man?
Other than that, just keep having fun. Can't wait for phase 2 to see what we got. We are already working on builds and stuff that we're thinking about. We'll probably push some videos out for phase 2 builds for level 40 on the classes that we play and everything else. Obviously, this guy is a
all 9 of them
walking wowhead. So he'll probably be making videos for every class. He may ask my input for a couple classes because I know more about them.
The squishy ones. The squishy ones.
He doesn't speak squishy. But yeah, that's about where we're at. We're wanting to make those guides before it comes out, and then honestly, we're wanting to see how wrong we were, because we don't know what runes are going to come out or anything yet. Well, they haven't teased anything on that. So hopefully, if they do tease them, we will obviously put spoiler warnings for those of you who don't want them. But we will kind of go into those and see how those are and see how they might play around with the other things that we have talent-wise and whatnot. Other than that, I mean, have fun. Do stuff you're not supposed to be able to do. Discover things. If you see caves that you never see anybody go in, I'm sure there's still things in SOD that we haven't figured out yet that they put in. I'm not going to say it's a rune or anything, but it may be, who knows?
Hey, I have found some NPCs that did not exist.
Yep.
I have found items on the ground that did not exist. I don't know what class it interacts with yet, but there's a scroll on the ground in Wailing Caverns outside the dungeon.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, we were.
Oh yeah, I remember. I was like, "Oh, what is that?"
Yep.
Yeah.
That's not been there before. I promise.
No,
So I don't know what that does yet. And I'm not gonna look because I play all the classes, so I'm gonna find out.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I've got. Is that all you got?
That's all I got.
All right, guys. Don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you get notified every time, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.
Later, guys.